What's good, everybody? So now they after Bitchute. Started with Alex Jones. He was the test. Most people, even people that supposedly are supposed to be, you know, like a part of the alternative media or whatever you want to call it, new media, blah, blah, blah. A lot of them, a lot of the ones on the left wing, they were like, yeah, get them, take them down. A lot of people in the center and a lot of people on the right, you know, and some people on the left too, but mostly the cheering came from the left, if not all of it. But they took him down, and then it was like a fucking domino effect. Then like left-wing accounts, independent media sites started getting taken down, pulled from Facebook. They took down Gab because of the whole synagogue shooting thing, even though Gab had as much to do with that as that crazy guy who killed that old man on Facebook. Facebook Live, y'all remember that? Dude walked up because his girl left him or whatever and just shot the dude in the face live on Facebook. I didn't see anybody in the news being like, oh, well, maybe we should do this with Facebook. Maybe we should take Facebook down. Now, the excuse that they would use is that, well, yeah, bad stuff or people that's hooked up to our sites do bad stuff. But once we find out about it, you know, then that's why we're trying to make all these programs to police all of this hate speech and all this other type of stuff that they're talking about. But no, you can go on Twitter right now and look at porn. I mean, and you can look at ISIS accounts and all this other type of stuff. So yeah, they I mean, it's halfway business and it's halfway ideological, or maybe it's like 60-40, leaning more towards the ideological end. But now the ideology is being taken out of it, and the totalitarianism is starting to come in, because it's basically these guys, Jack Dorsey and Mark Zuckerberg and all these guys, they want to be like all these dystopian sci-fi movies that you see where the corporations is in charge of everything. They're in charge of the countries, and that's what they want. Like, that's really what they want. And it starts with speech, because if you can't speak out against the shit, then nobody's gonna know about it until it's too late, and they'll be easily convinced that it's a good thing that their freedoms are being taken away, and there's nobody to counter that message. So now they're going after Bitchute. PayPal blacklisted them. Now, maybe it's not PayPal itself, because PayPal had just they blacklisted Alex Jones, but so did everything. But I think there was something else that they blacklisted, but it wasn't really their choice. It was because they run through MasterCard, and MasterCard didn't want to be affiliated with the one that they blacklisted, but I can't remember what it was. So maybe that's what's going on with Bitchute right now. I don't know. I don't really care. You got this craziness going on with Europe now, with the Article 11 and Article 13, which is looking more and more like they just is not going to give a fuck what people actually want. They just going to go ahead and try and ram it through again. And you got YouTube, the head of YouTube, saying that maybe they're going to shut down YouTube in Europe. To be honest, I mean, it might take something like that. It might take something like that for people to be like, hey, okay, what's going on? Because most people, they just want to go about their day and not be bothered by anything. They want to, you know, get in the car, turn the key, and the ignition starts. But once you get in the car and you turn the key and the ignition don't start, then all of a sudden you're like, oh, well, maybe I need to finally do something about all that rattling and all that stuff that I heard from the engine, but I didn't want to worry about it. That's what people are right now with free speech on the internet. It's like, and I'm talking about normal people, not fucking left-wing SJWs. But normal people where they're just like, they turn on the internet, they turn on YouTube, they watch their videos, and that's it. But one day they turn on the internet and then there's no YouTube, and then they'll be like, oh, what's going on? And then finally, I mean, something that huge will get people going like, okay, we need to rein in the power that these platforms have over us, because they're not really platforms anymore. They're totalitarian publishers, basically, because they allow certain things and then they don't allow other things. Like, there's a whole bunch of videos that get demonetized on YouTube and get blacklisted on YouTube or unlisted, whatever, age restricted, and they shouldn't be. But then you had all those weirdo freaking kid videos where they had people dressing up like Spider-Man and fairies and stuff like that and doing like the weirdest shit, and it's like, that shit's been on here for years, like millions upon hundreds of millions of views and stuff, and it's like YouTube is like, oh, once it gets pointed out to them, they're like, oh, well, let's just delete all of this stuff, right? And a whole bunch of channels that wasn't associated with it got caught in the crossfire, but that's just how YouTube works, incompetently. But yeah, I got a Bitchute. I don't think I ever mentioned it in any of my videos, but I got a Bitchute, a Gab, a Minds, you know, and besides Twitter and Facebook. So go check me out on there. You know, I already had the little whatchamacallit, the little notification come up on the video that shows the sites that I'm on, and all of them are linked into this the low bar description too. If you don't want to type it all out yourself, you can just go in there and click on it. But yeah, maybe I won't have a Bitchute in a little bit, because I mean, PayPal blacklisted them, so they're completely crowdfunded right now. All they need is for something like what happened to Gab to happen to them, where it was, I think, GoDaddy stopped being a host for them, and then what are they gonna do? They got to become their own web host. I mean, it's gonna take like somebody like with Jeff Bezos money to like come along, or Bill Gates money to come along and just be like, look, I'm gonna start my own web host, I'm gonna start my own servers, I'm gonna start my own this, my own that, and I'm gonna make a completely free speech type of platform, and nobody's gonna be able to fuck with me, and nobody's gonna be able to fuck with the people that I got on it. If the people that's on it do something that's fucked up, that's on them. I'll contact the authorities, or somebody will contact the authorities. I'll cooperate fully with the authorities, and we'll get it sorted out the way it's supposed to. But until then, I don't know. But yeah, this is another quick video. I'm getting good at that, making quick videos, and they're actually not longer than my previous video. But yeah, it's just a little quick heads up. I might have another one coming out today. If not today, most likely tomorrow. It's gonna be about the whole caravan situation and all of the retardedness surrounding that. But y'all have a good one. Peace.